Imagine this. World War III is raging and it's looking like it could go either way. You're approached by Up High and told that there is a new top secret otherworldly weapon that can end the war in your favor once and for all. And it's up to you to get it to the front lines. All right. Got it? That's not some imaginary scenario. That's the true story of Captain Charles McVay, commander of the USS Indianapolis in July 1945. McVay set sail from San Francisco to Tinian Island in the Marianas, carrying the components to assemble the first nuclear bomb to ever be deployed in war. In a top secret, record-breaking sprint through deadly waters across the Pacific, the ship delivered its cargo on July 26th. But that's only where their story begins. Just after midnight on July 29th, they were transiting to the Philippines when they were spotted by a Japanese submarine. The sub fired on them at 12:04 a.m. and they were sunk by 12:16. Of the 1,196 on board, 300 perished in the attack. The rest were left bobbing at sea. No mayday call was made and no one knew the ship was missing, so no one was coming to rescue them. Over the next 4 days, the men endured shark attacks, dehydration, exposure, and madness. By complete chance, an American plane on patrol spotted survivors and called it in. They were rescued hours later in the early morning of August 3rd. Of the original nearly 1,200 sailors on the ship, 316 survived. There were many factors leading to the Indianapolis' sinking. The ship was not warned that the area still had Japanese subs in it. No one knew the ship's op plan or when it was supposed to arrive in the PI, and the ship had no escort to protect it. But ultimately, it was the captain that was blamed. In a historic first, Captain McVay was charged for losing his ship in war. The only time in history this has happened, and he was court-martialed. And I can't believe this next part is real. The prosecution called in the commander of the Japanese sub that sank them, Commander Hashimoto, to testify against McVay. That would be like Bin Laden testifying against SEAL Team 6, but he can't, haha, suck it. The Navy tried to say that because the ship was sailing straight and not zigzagging, they were an easy target. But Hashimoto testified that he stumbled upon them by pure luck and would have sunk them no matter what they did, essentially supporting McVay's cause, which is wild when you consider that his entire family was killed in the Hiroshima bombing. Ultimately, McVay was found guilty and it was the end of his career, leaving him disgraced. The families of his sailors even ended up blaming him for their loved one's death. He never recovered from the grief, and on November 6th, 1968, he ended his own life. He was found clutching a toy sailor figurine. McVay's conviction was a sham. He was made a scapegoat after playing his part in ending the war, but he was fully exonerated in 2001. His name completely cleared, only 30 years too late. This story was recommended by a viewer, so who do you think I should talk about next? Leave it in the comments down below.